Welcome, scoundrels, back to one of the most exciting videos I've done for Eve Echoes recently, because I have hit tier 7. That's right, with the skill point reimbursement I got 350,000, we hit tier 7. We are a long way off tier 8, but we are at tier 7, going through Battlecruiser skills right now. Training up for Battlecruiser Command, because we are jumping into the next progression from the Caracal, which is my Cyclone. I have only just got back to Jitter. I picked it up from my corp location, so I want to give a couple of shout outs. Thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel. Secondly, if you would like to join the best alliance, both myself and Captain Benzi are a big part of the alliance. If you would like to join the best alliance in the game, then I will put the link to Valhalla in the description below. I picked this up from my corp location. As you can see, I took some warp stabilizers with me to fit when I was there. I did not want to lose this to a gate camp. I actually didn't run into anybody on my way back, but I can tell you, flying these things, they are slow. Like, they are really slow. But yeah, we are good to go with my Cyclone here. Really excited to get into it, because obviously when you get to tier 7 you have a few natural progression ships to consider, and it really depends on the weapon that you've been using. So for me, if I zoom out here, if you're an autocannon and you want to get into a Hurricane, there's a Hurricane prototype available, but if you are me and you want to get into a Cyclone, as you can see, I'm just having a look around at some of these things anyway, yeah. You can get into a Cyclone, as you can see here. This is medium missile torpedo velocity, so everything that I was using for the Caracal can be fitted onto the Cyclone, so it is the natural progression for me to go to a Cyclone. But there are lots of other ships, so for Galente, there is the Myrmidon, and so if you've been using drones, then the Myrmidon is an absolutely nutty PvE ship. Like the Myrmidon is really strong. If you are using railguns, then Caldari is going to offer you a particular ship, the Ferox, for medium railguns, very strong as well. And if you are Mar, also another drone ship, as you can see. I think I've got two. They have a drone control range, the Prophecy, also very good. Actually, I would argue maybe better for PvE than the Myrmidon, and they also have the Harbinger, which has got the medium lasers. This is the big boy territory. We are in battle cruisers. I think I've got the worst looking battle cruiser, and forgive me for saying this, it does kind of look like a giant dick, but nonetheless, we are in the battle cruisers and we are ready to go. So I'm going to go through a video of how I'm fitting it out. I'm going to be fitting it out for the very first time. And then we're going to talk a little bit about going through and doing just a basic anomaly, just doing this as an encounter mission and see how it goes. So let's talk a little bit about the Cyclone to begin with. It is a tech level 7 battlecruiser with a single drone slot, 6 high slots, 3 medium slots, 5 low slots, and 3 rigging slots of both types. The roll bonus gives you 25% medium missile and torpedo velocity, so your missiles are going to travel further. So you're going to get a pretty significant boost to range with a 25% medium missile torpedo velocity, just added as a roll bonus, which is great. So that means you're going to get very long range on medium missiles if you're using them, but you're also going to get a pretty decent range boost on things like your rapids. The advanced medium missile torpedo upgrade per bonus level, this is actually quite a difficult one to train up. It takes a little while to get there. But essentially, you're going to get medium missile torpedo activation time reduction and medium missile torpedo explosion velocity. So you're going to get a big increase in explosion velocity, which is great if you're just running standard medium missiles. And that is per advanced medium missile torpedo upgrade bonus. And then you're going to get 7.5% shield booster amount per battlecruiser command level. So you're going to get a big boost in shield booster percentage. And I've currently got level 4 battlecruiser, obviously, command, because I got it from the chip, and I'm working towards 5. So I'm going to have upwards of, what, like, can't do mental maths, 37.5. Yeah, 37.5 if I get the battlecruiser level 5. Right now I've got 30. So I've got 30% shield booster amount, which is great. Overall defense is high, flight velocity is low, warp speed is very low. I mean, this thing is bloody slow. Power grid output is high, with the capacitors of 2421. So pretty decent capacitor level, but the capacitor recharge rate, if you go and have a look at the capacitor recharge rate, it's actually slower than the mower, so it has got a very slow capacitor recharge rate. So you need to, I think, you need to maybe counteract that by having capacitor control circuits on your riggings. But we're going to start fitting this out and see how it goes. So I thought I'd quickly, as I'm heading over to do the anomaly, go through the skills that I currently have that are important for battle cruisers. Now, of course, go down here, you'll see Battle Cruiser Command and Advanced Battle Cruiser Command are important, clearly. We move on. Try to move on. Shield Operation. So this is a shield tank, so having... Oops, I've moved too far. Shield Operation, Advanced Shield Operation, Shield Hardening and Advanced Shield Hardening are going to help you out here, as well as having a Battle Cruiser Defense upgrade, which I have not even begun to purchase yet. Wow, I'm glad I did this video. So I'm actually going to quickly... I'm going to remove this, and I am going to go over to Defense Upgrade, and do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to have a look at Advanced. Purchase that. I'm going to do preconditions not met. So we're probably going to train the defense upgrade first, then we'll go back to level 5s. Glad I saw that. We want to have Battle Cruiser Engineering and Advanced Battle Cruiser Engineering as well. So have those bad boys in the queue. Targeting is always going to help with target and target management. Electronic warfare, not so important, but engineering, definitely want to work towards that. Missiles, you're going to want to have medium missile torpedo operation and advanced medium missile torpedo operation if you can afford it. Expert medium missile torpedo operation as well. And then you're going to want to have medium missile torpedo upgrade, and most importantly, advanced medium missile torpedo upgrade. That's the one that's going to get you the skills from this particular ship. So those are the major skills that you're looking for when you're playing the Cyclone. Okay, guys, so I have just spent the last few minutes fitting out my Cyclone, and I have managed to achieve 517 DPS without actually activating my ballistic missile control system, which is going to be activated obviously in combat. And there are a couple of things that I think could be changed about this, but this is just working with, without having to buy too much right now, this is what I'm working with, okay? So, we have got 6 times Republic Fleet Medium Missile launchers. These were moved over from my Caldari Navy issue. We are running with 3 Upir Medium Nosferatus to help sustain our cap. We are running with 2 Adaptive Shield Invulnerability Fields. We're running with 1 Reactive Shield Hardener. We're running with 1 medium shield booster, and then we're running a Republic Fleet ballistic missile control system. There is potentially scope to bring in a afterburner just for ease of use, because obviously this is a very slow ship, so collecting loot without an afterburner might be an issue, but I'm going to test it out without the afterburner, and then I'm going to test it with the afterburner. I think realistically it's quite likely that I won't need double shield hardener. Afterburner might actually give me some ability to catch up to ships. Might be better overall, but we're going to just see. We'll see what happens. I think both of which are fine. This just means I'm going to have very little maneuverability. So that's the total fittings here. Let's go over to my rigs. We are running 1 semiconductor memory. We're running 2 capacitor control circuits. So we're looking for cap recharge, and we're looking to increase our cap as well. I would potentially recommend, if you can afford it, or if you don't worry, you're not too worried about your capacitor, running warp core optimizers. You do not want to get this thing warp jammed and lose it. It's a lot of money. We are running 2 warhead calefaction catalysts, and we are running 1 bay loading accelerator. This warhead calefaction catalyst gets me 12.5%. This will give me half, which is 6.25. So it's still a 6.25% damage increase, which is pretty solid. If you don't want to run and don't want to get the diminishing returns, I would recommend that you potentially run some kind of range increasing, like a flight velocity or flight time type rigging. But that is what I've gone for the maximum DPS output. Now this is pretty decent. I have seen someone on Reddit, and I'm going to put the image on the screen right now. He had 1,000 DPS in this ship with some insanely good items. So this ship has got a very high damage ceiling. Okay, guys, just as a brief update, I have run a slightly different... I basically, at the end of this video, decided I was actually going to go change my fittings to be a little bit better in terms of cap usage and also in terms of survivability. And I can't actually afford a second Republic Fleet Medium Shield Booster, so I just bought a Mark 7, because you can buy Mark 7 if you're now Tech 7, and you can use it. And then I also fitted an afterburner, the afterburner being able to obviously give me a bit better orbital kiting speed especially when dealing with battleships, because I was getting blasted by battleships, and that wasn't happening in my Caracal. So I will sacrifice DPS. I'm still at 488 DPS, which was the DPS that I was able to achieve in my Caracal with boosting. I'm obviously not going to get that now. I'm going to get the standard 488 DPS, which is fine. Like, I will sit at 500 DPS in this ship if I'm just able to survive a bit longer and have a bit more survivability with the Afterburner, double shield booster, and double adaptive invulnerability fields. So I made some adjustments. One thing that I would note is potentially if you're going into an elite wave, and this is something that I read from the guy whose screenshot I linked earlier, maybe fit a warp core stabilizer if you're going into an elite wave in a story mission, because they can potentially be a little bit dangerous. But alas, this is now my setup that I'm going to be running storyline missions with, and it should be good. In terms of reactive versus adaptive, I have found overall that adaptives have just been better. I've found very little benefit from running reactives, and I found that adaptives have generally been better for ratting. If you're going up against a specific damage type, in combat, then reactives make sense. But for me, double adaptive just seems to be giving me better overall defense capabilities. So that is it. That's the fitting that I've decided to go with here. So hopefully that helps you out, and we'll get into some of the footage of me shooting down ships. But yeah, for the most part, thank you very much. Okay, we are warping in. We are going to immediately pop all of our hardeners, and we're going to see how much effective HP we can get to, and then we're going to pop our DPS, including the ballistic missile control system, and see what we can achieve there as well. I'm a little worried about running without an afterburner. I think it's going to be very slow, and I wonder if I can sacrifice one of my adaptive invulnerability fields, but I'm very excited to see what's possible, especially since I haven't put any skills into battlecruiser defense like an idiot. Okay. This is going to be easy, right? There's no way I struggle here, but we're going to just pop everything anyway. And we are going to target. I believe targeting is going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, targeting is going to take a significant amount longer. No worries. As you can see, I'm taking forever to lock onto the frigate. And we are going to pop all the damage. Let's quickly have a look at the fittings. We currently have 36k HP and 640 DPS. Nice. We're going to just orbit the... we need to set our optimal orbit range, because we haven't set our optimal orbit range in this ship. Let's set our orbit at 8 kilometers. And let's start. Okay, so we are taking damage. Taking a decent amount of damage, but we're also dealing out quite a lot of damage as well. Single volley at 1,700, but we are... Look at how slow we are. We are slow ship. We are very slow. This is why the afterburner is probably going to come in useful, because we are just not quick. Okay, we're back up to 100. We can drop that now. I wonder if there is more potential to just go full ranged tank in this, like get the medium missiles on, like normal medium missiles, and just play full ranged. Picking up loot in this, guys. Picking up loot in this is going to be an absolute nightmare. I have to redo my entire overview as well. We're not losing that much. They're not losing that much HP right now. Let's pop that again. But we're only facing 4, and 2 of those are battle cruisers. Problem is that because we're so slow, we are going to take full damage from battle cruisers. So I do think maybe having an afterburner would be a better option for us, because I feel like we're moving. We're almost not moving. We are literally not moving at all. Have I just somehow stopped? Okay, we're going to orbit this guy. No, I wanted to orbit this guy. Okay. No problem. Kill the mower next. We look to be pretty cap stable with the Nosferatus there. Maybe a double shield booster would be the way. Like a double shield booster to potentially with the 3 Nosferatus sustain more, because my cap's not getting touched realistically. And I'm actually taking quite a lot of damage. So maybe dropping an adaptive invulnerability field and actually going for a shield booster. Or dropping the reactive, because the reactive is a bit like especially versus missiles, the reactive's a bit like you have to be versus like one specific damage type to really be interesting. I got okay, Battlecruiser defense upgrade level 1 has been completed. Yeah, we are taking full damage from the Battlecruisers. That's the only problem here. However, we're not dropping cap, and we're also not really dropping that much shield below like 80%, right? These are small waves, realistically, so always got to be a little careful, but these are small waves. But I think just from kind of like playing this far, I think either a double shield booster or an afterburner would be a better option. Because we're very slow. And the booster, the one medium shield booster, doesn't seem to be like I feel like I'd have problems versus bigger waves. I definitely have problems versus bigger waves. Plus, like I'm not using my cap in the slightest right now. Like I'm not even touching my cap realistically. And we're not even at maximum recharge rate. Like we're not dropping below 90%. So we probably have scope for a double shield booster. And then drop a reactive shield hardener, maybe. Just run with 2 adaptives. Because we are not taking damage. Not losing cap either, so. Okay, gotta go and orbit this guy. Oh, that Battlecruiser wreck. Problem is that in this ship, I just feel like I'm going to have to, like. I'm going to have to loot as soon as possible. Because look how slow I am. That's the only problem with Battlecruisers. They are beefy, they deal damage, but they are slow. And that's why an afterburner helps. I don't like being slow. Prefer the speed of my Caracal, to be honest with you. But this, you know, I feel like if you have a Battlecruiser fleet, you can easily get through, story missions. You know, if you've got a few of you in a Battlecruiser. Let's see what this next wave's like. Is there anything that I need to kill quickly? Yeah, it looks like it's fine. So I'm just going to pop my things on this, but I'm going to start killing the... going to kill the blackbirds first. Use the Ferox to absorb, but I'm going to pop the blackbirds first. Now we are taking a little bit of damage here. I think we're getting nozzed as well. Double shield booster definitely feels like it's going to be... Double shield booster feels like it's going to be key. So I'm probably going to drop one of the reactive shield hardeners because I am not feeling the effects of what is supposed to be very high resistances. I am not feeling those effects right now. And you can see I'm not actually getting through my cap and my shield's dropping, so I need to be a little careful. Wait, it's because I'm stood still. Why do I keep standing still? Like, why does my engine just shut off? That's actually what's even more infuriating here. My engine just shuts off for some reason. Usually it just keeps going, but my engine just for some reason decides to shut off. Okay, we are dropping a little low here. I don't think we're going to have to be too worried. Might have to warp out, but I am 100% feeling the double shield. I'm 100% feeling the double shield booster play over the reactive, maybe. Just run double adaptive and then one double shield booster. And that seems like it'll be a better fit just based on what we're testing so far. By the way, I saw this on Reddit, the same thread, running a Soldier's Way and just getting through this storyline mission, running a Soldier's Way, is a good way to make money, especially if you're in a low-tax corporation. Unfortunately, my corporation's high-tax, so I'm probably not going to be able to do this effectively to run money. But if I bring my alt in and give him the storyline missions, I probably will just do that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're going to go to sustain. As you can see, I'm not having cap issues right now, so I think a double shield booster would be the play. that should keep me sustained with a double adaptive invulnerability field. Reactive never really strikes me as that good. Like you can see that it's giving me 21% electromagnetic right now, but like I'm getting 30% bonuses from the normal setup. So I'm wondering whether just drop the reactive, especially versus the kind of people that I'm facing here, and just go for another shield booster. Seems like the sensible option. One of these ships has decided to go 40 kilometers away. That's kind of stressing me out. Let's see how we go. We are very slow. But we're clearing, you know, battlecruiser waves with relative ease right now. And we didn't drop below 30% shields, so it's always a good thing. But it does take me 4 seconds to travel 1 kilometer, which is painfully slow. But maybe I just need to accept that we're going to be slow, but we deal high damage. What is this guy doing all the way over there? Also our range as well, where range is 26 kilometers, which is okay for rapid medium missiles. Goodness gracious, I'm slow. This is why you run an afterburner, everybody, because it's just much better than being really slow. I think I'd only get up to 500 in an afterburner, if that. No, I'd get over 500. I'd get maybe close to 600. This is about 50 ms slower than the Caracal at base, so maybe just, yeah, I think maybe just having the afterburner on is a better option. Okay, let's go and loot the other cruiser wreck. That took forever to do. Pretty infuriating. I'm going to stop my shield booster now. Don't really need it. So this was the first, no elites in this storyline mission, but there were a lot of battle cruisers obviously, but I didn't really struggle with it. Goodness me, look how long it's taking to get anywhere. So I've learned 2 things from the setup that I've run here. Probably want to run double booster if I want to survive, and I maybe want an afterburner. Okay, let's approach this guy. Yeah, maybe want an afterburner as well. Because we're so slow. Afterburner maybe could allow me to dodge some damage, you know. So maybe the need for a double shield booster wouldn't be as apparent. Are we killing this thing? I think we're in range and we're just not hitting it for some reason. Oh, there we go. Only just started hitting it for some reason. I know there's a delay on missile damage application, but we're just running at him. And the reason we're running at him is because we're not going to die, and I kind of want to loot him. He needs to get looted. Okay, we got another wave coming in. Oh, we do have another wave coming in. That's not good luck. There's an elite. I might have to warp out on this one, guys. Right, I need to quickly look at what is here. We need to start killing things and quickly. Kill off the easy things first. Oh, there's a Condor Interceptor. I need to kill that. Unlock. Okay, station. Dock. We are going to get out of here because this did not go particularly well.
Warp drive active.
Oof. Okay. So, learned a little bit from that. Double shield booster is necessary. I feel like an afterburner is necessary. So, we can't face tank things, but with an afterburner or with a double shield booster, we might be able to. Definitely feels that way. That's from my testing so far. Anyway, look, I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-equip, get myself in a better spot, and then going to try it again. But yeah, I think it was some good testing. I think the speed definitely slowed, like battleship versus battleship. You know, the power of the Caracal Navy issue was definitely very important for me in terms of speed tanking some of those battle cruisers. So that's where the afterburner comes in. But this definitely feels like a very good ship, and I think if I was to multi-box this easily, I wouldn't have an issue. So, sounds good. I'll see you soon.